I'm kind of digging the music. Hello, everybody. This is DT Daily, back here once again live with you 9 a.m. Pacific, noon Eastern, every weekday, bringing you the latest in tech headlines. And of course, each show is different. We have so much to get to today, and I want to emphasize that we are broadcasting live. We're live. We're live on YouTube. We're live on Twitch. We're live on Periscope. We're live on Facebook. We're live on all those different platforms, and what we'd like to do is get your comments, your feedback as we go through the show today. We've got so much to get to. We want to hear what you want to say. We're going to be talking about a lot, like I said. So coming up on today's show, we're going to be doing, obviously, the headlines, which we usually do, the tech headlines of the day, but also we're going to be discussing we're going to have an unboxing, a live unboxing of the biggest monitor that I have ever seen. Will be happening here today. We're going to be going to our New York studio to talk to the CEO of Scuf Gaming, Duncan Ironmonger, which is clearly the greatest name of all time. Duncan Ironmonger is going to be joining us here live on the show today, and we're going to be having some giveaways. We've got a $200 controller from Scuf Gaming that we're going to be giving away. That part is coming up later on today, and we also have our $100 Amazon gift card. I'm going to tell you who won yesterday's here in just a second, but I want to introduce who we are today. I'm Greg Nibbler, and joining me this morning is Marie Pardo-Garber. Hello, Marie.
Hi.
Marie is hopping in here to co-host the show this morning. And Marie, so just so everybody knows, what is it that you do here at Digital Trends?
So I'm one of the 2 IT people that we have here at Digital Trends. So we handle everything across all offices, anywhere from email passwords to infrastructure.
Basically, Marie is pretty much the most powerful person here at Digital Trends. She controls your access to everything. So it's going to be really nice to have you in here to talk about everything that we've got going on, all the headlines and all of that stuff. All right. So I did say, and as usual for each episode for this next little while, we're going to be giving away a $100 Amazon gift card. And yesterday's winner, I will announce it right now, was Kashif Salahuddin. So Kashif, congratulations. You won the $100 gift card yesterday, and today we're giving away another one. So like I said, a $100 Amazon gift card being given away later on today. We'll flash something on the screen, and you'll know it when you see it. It'll be a monster giveaway flash. It's an amazing graphic that will be flashing there, and there'll be a code, and what you'll do is you'll have to email in to dtdaily@digitaltrends.com. So you'll email us and let us know when you get that, when we flash that on, and you can email in, you'll have a chance to win the $100 Amazon gift card. All right, since we are live, and as I said, we're going to be taking your comments and your questions throughout the show. So much to talk about in the news, but before we get to that, we do have an opening segment that we've been doing here at Digital Trends called Read 'em and Weep, where we actually take a look at some of the comments that we received in the past day. And I'm going to take a look at these right now. So these are across the social media platforms that Digital Trends is on. And let's go to this first one here. We've got, let's see, MBW. This came from Twitch. That guy who hosts Skin is fantastic. I wonder what his routine is. It's thank you, number one, but it's soft lighting. That's really all it is. Like up close, you wouldn't want to see. It's soft lighting. That's really, I think, the magic of it.
I'm so flattered that this is the segment that you had me come on to.
Yes.
Where we read the mean tweets.
Where we read the mean tweets. I know, that one's nice. Yesterday, I got called a tiny internet dictator, so, it's a mixed bag. You never know what you're going to get on them. All right, so the next one we have here for this Read 'em and Weep segment, I'm taking a look. Marco Lopez says, is there even a way to compare those two opposite technologies? OMG, somebody gave a shot in the foot and is trying to fool so many people that don't have a clue about technology. So, Marco, not happy about whatever it is that
Apparently
he's discussing.
not.
Yes, so
I'm not exactly sure what he's referring to.
You can really just kind of insert anything, I think, in that. Yeah, it's just Marco's angry. That's what we've determined from that.
Sorry, Marco.
Sorry, Marco. There's no way to compare two opposite technologies. All right. We've got Michael K, I'm going to guess that. Michael says, so this came from Twitch because yesterday's guest, which you can check out all of our past episodes on YouTube and across Digital Trends platforms. Yesterday, we were joined by Twitch star Disguised Toast, who hopped on the show with us. It was a great interview, and Michael was probably talking about that. Said, sorry guys, I'm late. Where's the tostada right now? Do you watch any Twitch gamers?
I do, yes.
Okay, who are your favorites?
Oh, I really do love winter gaming, just because I'm not great at StarCraft, and I like to watch and kind of pretend that I could be that good one day.
Like pick it up. Do you ever play along while you're watching Twitch?
Yes, I do. I actually watch a lot of Let's Plays,
Okay.
and then I'll kind of play along either in background or to kind of get tips and pointers, or just for the entertainment value of it.
Just because it's fun.
Yeah.
Who's your favorite Twitch star?
Oh,
This is an impromptu interview with Marie.
thank you.
Yeah.
That's a hard one. It really varies. Actually, my favorite time to watch Twitch is during the events, like the CS:GO tournament. I used to tune into that each time it happened, like just for the duration.
Okay.
The Eve tournaments too are really fun to watch. I don't play Eve. My partner plays Eve. I tried it. Can't do it.
Can't do it.
But yeah, but every day I am really into Winter right now. So shout out to Winter.
All right. Shout out to Winter. There we go. Well, that's. I do want to say too. Riley here from Digital Trends is going to be down at TwitchCon as well, which is happening over this weekend. So we're going to have a lot of content coming from that.
That'll be exciting.
And a lot of stuff here on DT Daily next week too. So, all right. Well, that was from Michael K. Continuing on with our Read 'em and Weep before we get to the tech headlines, which there's a lot to talk about today. Terry Bode commenting on YouTube. Wow, I've never seen such a waste of time. What a useless piece of crap. Are you effing serious? You've got to be kidding. And just to reiterate, seriously, what a piece of crap. So Terry took a lot of time to type this out. I think, if we were editing it, I think we could probably narrow it down and just, piece of crap. Probably could have not been repeated, but just, that's a little technical note. Maybe
spell check is a thing, too.
A little bit of spell check on there. But Terry, yep, there we go. Message received loud and clear.
Sorry, Terry.
There from YouTube.
That's pretty standard YouTube, I feel, though.
I think so, too. And back to Twitch here for just a couple of more. We've got Yuzu, who said, it was nice, fellers. Going to disappear back into my jerk Discord now. I'm talking about, I think this was after Disguised Toast. But then said, never mind, waiting was worth it for the Robo Dog. Because yesterday...
I love that dog.
Do you?
I do.
So yesterday we had the Aibo robotic dog on here. And Kim Wetzel joined us with the robotic dog. And I'm curious, so you would own one?
I would own one just because I like to get all the little gadgets and, the watch, the phones, every kind of technology I can. And I've been wanting a dog for a very long time. Can't get a dog right now, so when I see something like that.
So this would take the place?
For a little bit.
Okay.
Till the batteries die.
Till the batteries die, and then I'm over it. Take a look here at some of the comments. It's coming through. Sarah just said, this segment is just masochistic. See, I mean, that's the thing here. Digital Trends, we take tech very seriously, but we are more than happy to, take the good with the bad and the comments that come through with it. There's all kinds of different stuff that happen with it. So we have fun with it. And the final one that we got, let's see. Well, actually, I guess we've got two more. Let's see. Varen says, holy crap, they talk about such stupid stuff, Toast. Why are you advertising them? All right, well, I mean...
Because he likes us, apparently.
Yeah, exactly. So Toast likes us. So there you go. And the final one that we have is Oyinbo Pepe. These guys get paid to do what they love and to have fun. I can't believe it. You are absolutely right. We do love working here, and we love talking about technology, and that's why we love doing this show and connecting with everybody out there, because obviously if you're watching this, you like technology and some of the different things that we're going to be covering, and we really enjoy being here with you every morning for DT Daily. So let's get to the headlines. And I'm just going to say this. We're going to be talking about Red Dead Redemption here in just a couple of minutes. But before we get to that, let's talk about some of the big stories that have come out over the last 24 hours, some of the trending stories, things that we're covering here at Digital Trends. And one of them is this. Apple, in case you didn't know, Apple has yet another conference or yet another unveiling that's going to be happening next week. I believe it's October 30th, I think is the actual day, so Tuesday.
So.
We'll have people that will be live there. Excuse me, but what the rumors are is that we could be expecting up to 3 new MacBooks at least, and possibly new iPads and a new iPad and maybe new AirPods even. So what this all comes from is that there was a filing for the Eurasian Economic Commission, where I guess before you're going to sell something in whatever countries are encompassed in that, you have to file and say, here's the products. And what happened is there was a bunch of serial numbers that came out that have never been seen by Apple before.
That's great. I'm so excited about this.
Really? Okay, so
Yes.
tell me why.
Well, from a consumer standpoint, it's nice to see Apple pulling in something that's old but new. The iPad, the MacBook, I can't talk today, I'm sorry.
Oh, it's okay. No.
The Mac Minis haven't been updated since, I think, 2015, but even then it was still a small upgrade from the 2012 version.
Yeah.
We used to have a lot of Mac Minis here at the office, but just because they didn't age that well, and
Right.
Apple wasn't putting out anything new, we had to consider starting to phase them out. But now with the potential return of them, that's really exciting because that opens up a lot of other doors for us.
And I'm curious, and that's a really good point. I'm curious what people think out there. Like, are you excited about this upcoming Apple event? Are you excited for the new Apple computers? Or is it that they've just been kind of waiting too long to add in new ones to where people have made the switch over to a Windows machine or made the switch over to something else? Sarah says, why would they update? People still buy them. Oh, why would they update? Question mark. People still buy them. It's a cult. Talking about Apple. I mean, they do make really good products.
They do.
This is true. But the long wait on that, I think, is something that people are, well, like you said, you're very excited about it.
Yeah. I know a lot of people that they've waited for a while because, they know that, next, that's going to be when they unveil it, and I don't want to be the one that buys the old product right before the new one comes out. Or people, they just buy it because it's what they need at the time.
Oh, gotcha, because it's,
And yes, because it's Apple. But, if you need a Mac Mini, you might not have the time to wait for the next generation.
Right, yeah, because you know how long it's going to be.
Yeah, even if you know that it's not going to be up to standard in a year.
Yeah.
Or two.
But it's still worth it to get that. And I'm taking a look here. So this October 30th is the event. It's the fourth event this year. They just had the iPhone unveiling, in September. So the fourth one. And so we'll see what we get. We've got a lot of speculation at the Digital Trends website. Some pretty good speculation as far as what it's going to be, what's going to be announced. But we will have people there on the ground reporting live from the event as it happens. And I know Apple events are usually pretty over the top as far as where they set them up. Some of the performances on stage, but that's like that's like any unveiling. I mean, generally speaking, it can get a little bit clunky, but we'll see what happens from this one.
Yeah, it'll be interesting to see because I know they've had a lot of hardware issues, especially with the new MacBook lines with the butterfly keyboards.
Yeah.
I'm really interested to see if they take a different route with those, or if they just double down and say we stand behind the product that we put out.
Taking a look here in the chat, I've got a couple of different comments coming through, and again, since we are live, that we do want to see what everybody's saying. Steven says Apple is watering down the excitement with too many mini announcements. It does kind of seem like it would be better just to have one giant one and announce that stuff, but I think for them, there's so many announcements from so many tech companies right now. I mean, just in October, think about this: we had Google, Samsung, I believe LG did something. I mean, there's so many different announcements. I think for them, they kind of have to. You can get buried. Even Apple can get buried a little bit in the tech coverage because there's so much going on that I think they're just trying to make sure they're at the top of the list.
And the Apple keynote for just the iPhone alone was how long? It was a
couple
felt
hours
like a long
or something.
Time.
If
they put everything down into one, they would lose audience pretty fast.
Yeah. Well, so that's what's going on with that. So some of the leaks coming out with Apple. We've got a couple other headlines here, and I want to remind everybody we're going to be going to New York here in about a little less than 10 minutes, and we're going to be talking over there. We've got our gaming editor, Felicia Miranda, who's going to be interviewing the CEO and co-founder of Scuf Gaming, Duncan Ironmonger, which it's hard to say. You can't say that name softly.
It's a fantastic name.
It's an amazing name. Duncan Ironmonger. So, they have got a really great company. So we're going to be talking to them here in just a little bit. A couple other things in the news. We do have Tesla making news. This time, not for Elon Musk tweeting something dumb. We've got Tesla making the news because the sales figures came out for cars over the third quarter and in September. And the Tesla Model 3 is the number one earning car in the US for the third quarter in terms of revenue, and the number one as far as units sold in September. That's outpacing everybody. So that's a pretty big accomplishment for an electric car.
And it looks fantastic from that video. I was
getting
getting
we've got some B-roll there.
Iron Man vibes going on.
Yeah, right. I mean, it's I would like one. They are expensive, and part of the problem though that they've been having is just production-wise. They're selling them so fast, but they can't make them fast enough to meet that demand. And apparently, they're telling investors October 2nd that it made 53,000 vehicles during the quarter, and they're trying to bump that up even more to make another 5,300. But that's still probably not enough. to even make it through.
Probably not, but that kind of adds to the exclusivity of having a Tesla.
Yeah. It's kind of the Apple of cars. I mean, it's a good car. Don't get me wrong, but yeah, the exclusivity of having that high-end car.
Yeah.
That is definitely.
Yeah, a high-end car that's functionality is fantastic. It looks great, and it's hard to get.
Yeah. Courtney says, I want a Tesla, but my bank account doesn't support that want.
I feel you.
I agree. I can hear you there too. Well, there we go. So Tesla is selling very well. Let's get to this topic because this is huge. This has been the top of trending news for at least the last week, I would say. And I'm pretty excited about it. And I'm talking about the release of Red Dead Redemption 2. What do you think of this? Are you excited, or is the hype too much? You're not into Red Dead Redemption. Maybe you've seen too much of it. I mean, if you don't know what it is, it's from Rockstar Games. It's the original game, Red Dead Redemption, came out in 2010 for the Xbox 360, actually. And the original game, it's an Old West version of Grand Theft Auto. I mean, it's more complex than that. I mean, it really is. But it does come from Rockstar Games. I love the original version.
I do too.
And this new one is getting incredible reviews. Are you excited for it?
I am really excited for it. I generally am a PC gamer. But I do make exceptions, and this definitely is one that I'm really excited to see come to fruition, just because Red Dead Redemption was 2010, it came out.
Yeah.
People still talk about it to this day as being such a fantastic game. And I mean, just looking at the gameplay footage, it looks fantastic.
Looking at the footage and seeing how long it took them to make this, there's apparently about 50 hours of normal gameplay and 100 hours total with all the side missions.
And that's exciting.
And I want to take just a couple of quotes here from our reviewer, Stephen Petit, who said it's best. He said it's the best open world game of all time, which is a bold statement.
That is, and I love open world, so I'm really excited to see this.
I'm seeing here, what people are. Keelan says, "LOL, all I did was spend hour after hour robbing people to go back in and play more poker. I'm not sure this game is for me." Well, yeah, that part's still fun too. Sarah says, "I pre-ordered digitally on my PS4, and now it's installed and mocking me with the countdown." You know
what, Sarah? If it's not real money, it's okay.
Yeah, exactly. So it's, I'm excited to play it. I think this is. I'm usually not a buy a game the first weekend it comes out kind of person, but I'm not doing it.
Thinking about it?
I'm thinking about it.
Right.
I mean, it just looks too amazing not to do it. And there's so many good reviews that are coming out with it right now. I was talking to Matt Smith, our computing editor, who's going to be joining us in a little while for an unboxing of a gigantic monitor that will be happening later on in, I don't know, about 20 minutes or so on the show. He's going to be joining us, but I think he said it's getting like 97 on Metacritic.
If it's the one I'm thinking of, it's going to be exciting.
Yeah, I mean, the graphics alone, everything about it just looks absolutely amazing. Okay, so Red Dead Redemption 2, like I said, our review is up at digitaltrends.com. Go there and take a look at that. A couple other things here just to hit in the news. Courtney says if Greg buys that game, we won't see him for weeks. Yeah, that's true. He's canceled for the next week and a half because I'm too busy playing Red Dead Redemption.
Good thing you got some PTO to burn.
Yeah, exactly. Yeah. Or I'll just sit here and play it right here. Taking a look here, a couple other things. So AT&T announcing another 5G network launch, which to me is a little bit deceiving when it comes down to that, because Verizon did launch kind of a 5G network earlier, I believe earlier this year is when it went out, but it wasn't for mobile, it was more for home internet. This one, they're saying, is going to be for mobile networks. We don't have any 5G phones yet, but the 5G network that they're going to launch. So I believe it's 12 cities, mostly in the South. 12 cities within the next few weeks. They're going to roll out some kind of a mobile 5G network.
That'll be interesting to see just, how it plays out. Do you have AT&T?
I don't. And you'd have to be in one of these 12 cities. I think it's like Atlanta, Houston, New Orleans, Oklahoma City, and Dallas. So mostly in the South. They are planning to expand it to Las Vegas, Los Angeles, San Francisco, and Orlando later on, maybe next year. But by most estimates that I've taken a look at, 5G phones aren't going to really start rolling out until next year. We did see one, I believe it was Xiaomi, is going to be releasing a 5G phone. But I think the 5G network that we're looking for, where we have that extremely fast speeds and extremely fast mobile networks, there's the Xiaomi phone that's supposedly going to be 5G. I don't think it's most estimates put it at least a couple of years before we're going to have that.
And that's understandable. Rolling out a huge infrastructure like this, it's going to
Right.
take a lot of time.
Yeah, I mean, that's a huge change in
Yeah.
everything. So, I mean, I think it's going to be a little bit before we get it. It'll be nice when we do get it.
Yes, it will.
But all these announcements about 5G, I feel like it's stoking the flames on it, and it's really not coming that soon.
It's not, but it's kind of like when Google tried to bring fiber to everywhere.
That's true. Yeah, Google. That's a great example. I mean, Google Fiber was supposed to come. We're live in Portland right now, Portland, Oregon, and Google Fiber was supposed to come here, and then it didn't.
Yes,
and, yeah.
I was heartbroken.
Yes. So anyway, maybe getting our hopes up a little too soon, but you can check out all those stories at digitaltrends.com. We're going to be throwing over to our New York studio here in just a minute for the interview with Duncan Ironmonger. I do want to say a couple of things here just to remind you, wherever you're watching us right now, hit that subscribe button. So if you're watching on Facebook, subscribe to make sure you get this show when we go live and all the other content that's on digitaltrends.com. If you're on Twitch or wherever you're finding us, hit subscribe to make sure you get us every day. And also, we do want to say we do have our $100 Amazon gift card coming up here in a little bit. We did already announce the winner from yesterday, but we'll have that coming up here in just a bit. You'll have another chance to win. And coming up, we're going live to New York after a quick break to Duncan Ironmonger of Scuf Gaming being interviewed by Felicia Miranda. And you'll have a chance to win a $200 controller from them. So stay tuned. We'll be right back live in New York here with DT Daily.
So today we're going to be talking about Scuf Gaming. They have released just not too long ago these Scuf Vantage controllers. And we wanted to know a little bit more about Scuf Gaming and yourself, of course. So what motivated you to start Scuf Gaming?
So about coming up to 9 years ago now, in early 2011, we started Scuf Gaming, but the idea of starting the company was that we felt normal video game controllers were slightly outdated compared to the video games that people were playing. Yeah. So there's 20 plus functions on a controller, and we felt to use 2 thumbs and 2 fingers was kind of difficult to really get around the controller easily. So that sparked obviously the paddles for us to invent the paddles, and that's about using more of your hands. So the previously redundant backside of the controller now has paddles, which obviously allows you to use not just your 2 thumbs, 2 fingers, but also the underside of the controller. And that was kind of the start of it. And then from there, we kind of evolved different functionality. Nice.
Well, we actually have some here. Did you want to show them the full functionality of them?
I mean, this is the Scuf Vantage. So we actually announced this back in May. We showcased it at E3 in June, and then we actually started shipping it for full launch just over a month and a half ago. So this guy here has got all the things you would expect from a Scuf controller, the paddles on the back. So these mimic the face buttons. It's got the removable triggers, trigger stops, turn around. It's got the adjustable hair triggers, a special key in the accessory pack there that tunes the triggers in for tension. It's got, so the new things on this controller that you wouldn't otherwise see are actually the removable faceplate. So this actually comes off.
Nice.
The magnetic faceplate, and then the removable rumble motors. So if you don't use your rumble motors in games, then you want to reduce, take them out, reduce the weight, and obviously you don't get distracted by the rumble function.
Yeah,
so
that's great for competitive gaming, I'm assuming.
Yeah, I'd say probably 90+% of our gamers, who our pro gamers, take them out.
Yeah.
And when I say take them out, not take them out here. In previous generations, we'd take them out for them, but they were removed permanently. Okay. So with these, if you want to put them back in,
you can
slot them back in.
That's awesome.
So that's that. Thumbsticks come off. D-pad comes off. We've got different length thumbsticks. But actually, probably two of the coolest new things about this controller is we've got two additional buttons here, which we call sax buttons. They are removable, so they just come off or go back on. But the beautiful thing about them is they allow you to not only use the paddles, but when you're playing Battle Royale type games, or even if you look like Blackout mode,
Call of Duty,
Call of Duty Black Ops 4, then it allows you just to do an additional function. So as you think about all the new things that you've got to do in a game, beyond the functions you previously had.
It's not just running and shooting anymore.
It's not running and shooting, it's building, running, shooting, picking up everything.
Oh, yeah.
So these additional functions help just use more of your hand. And then you can control your mic, your headset volume up and down and mute it. So
that way you don't have to go
take your hand off.
Yeah, exactly.
So that's really, that's the one. That's our Scuf Vantage.
Yeah, so the Scuf Vantage, we're actually going to be giving one away today. So if anyone is watching and interested in a Scuf Vantage, make sure you stick around until the end of the interview, and we're going to announce how you can get a Scuf Vantage. So, are you a gamer yourself? And if you are, what kind of games do you like to play?
Yeah, well, I'm like any other boy, I guess. Started gaming when I was young, but I would never say I was a good gamer. So I'm not gonna. I definitely I'd get laughed out the building if some of my friends, especially in the community I live in. But yeah, I love video games like anyone else. I used to play all sorts of things from FIFA to I remember Mazogs was one of the early games I used to play, but that was way back. But and then from there I used to play World of Warcraft actually.
Oh wow.
But
literally.
But more recently the games I really like, I do like some of the shooters. I really like Fortnite.
Oh yeah,
great
that's
game.
big right now.
Played a lot of that this year.
Oh yeah.
Too much, and but I do say to my team back home that every day I'm gaming is a day there where I'm not doing the things I should be doing, which is stuck at work.
Trust me, I understand.
So yeah, that's my life.
Nice.
How about yourself?
I'm a big Overwatch person. I play a lot of Overwatch. I play a lot of indie games as well. I love Don't Starve. I'm a big Clay fan, so if you guys are familiar with Clay, the developer, then you probably know what kind of games I like. I really like those strategy type of games.
Nice, yeah.
Yeah.
They're fun.
So how do you guys go about coming up with new ideas for accessories? Because you guys have a lot of different things, not just controllers, but like other things as well.
Sure. Yeah. Well, I mean, I think when we started, obviously the inspiration was the paddles, then the hair triggers, trigger stops, different length thumbsticks, and then we've evolved it from there. But as we look at it, we try to think about what's happening with new evolution of the different studio games.
Yeah.
What's going on in the future with just generally gaming, and then how we can increase hand use, minimize latency in any of the trigger movement, but increase the sort of comfort of a controller.
Yeah.
So we believe that one size does not fit all. So the only way that we can actually ensure that that the gamer can have the experience they want is to make sure that they can customize parts of that controller functionally, but also, from a cool perspective, design as well.
And that's important to a lot
so
of
we've got a whole engineering team. There's about 12 people in the engineering team who are always thinking about how we can do things better, improve things, but also in our core group of innovation, we think about what's coming along and how can we sort of innovate for the next 2, 3, 5 years.
Nice. I also saw that you guys have different kinds of controllers themed after different games. Do you want to talk about some of the new ones that you guys have come out with? Or even some of the cooler old ones?
Sure. So in the last, I guess, 12 plus months, we've done a few cool partnerships with some big studios. We actually created we call it the Scuf Forza Elite controller, which was a partnership with Porsche. So it was for the Forza game that had the 911 GT2 RS on the front cover. So we worked with Porsche, Forza, Turn 10 Studios, and what we created is we basically created a really cool controller that had real Alcantara leather handles. So it's the same Alcantara leather that you see on the roof on the inside of a Porsche 911.
Yeah. Okay.
And it had a really nice design and had the Porsche logo here. So that was fun. We actually just recently launched a controller called the Black Ops 4 Vantage, and that was one we did with Activision, obviously.
Oh, nice.
With Treyarch.
I think I saw that one. It's like black and orange.
You got it.
Yeah.
And
it's actually pretty cool looking.
That's obviously the faceplate.
Yeah.
Side. So that was one that we've done, and then we've got a few others in the works. But
nice. Okay. So what would you say is your biggest obstacle when creating these controllers?
Biggest obstacle. Well, obviously, test of time only really comes when you've got a product. So if there are any bugs or anything with it, then you try to work them through your testing windows and everything. But every hardware manufacturer and every studio knows that there's always going to be you can't catch everything. So so the biggest challenge is that if there is any small problem, it's just making sure you react as quickly as possible, fix it, and then and then move on.
Yeah.
But other than that, just making sure that we actually, so for example, when we built the Vantage, then we went through 38 different models of the back of the controller, just to make sure the ergonomics were perfect as perfect as they could be for multiple hand sizes.
Even for my hands, and I have small hands, this feels perfect. It doesn't feel like I'm reaching too far behind the controller. It doesn't feel too big. It's great.
Yeah, and there's some of the challenges that we have, is because we'll purposely have 10 different people from the company with significantly different hand sizes.
Yeah.
And you get to sort of model 24 and you go, oh, I love it.
Yeah.
I love it. And then by number 6 they go, it's not quite right there for me. So can you cater for all those different types is hard, and that's why we try to use other things in the controller, like length of thumbsticks, length of triggers. Absolutely. To really allow people to reach in different ways, but they're the biggest challenges, I think, making sure it fits as many people as possible. Yeah.
Absolutely. Okay, and the holidays are coming up, we all know, and people are going to be looking for gift recommendations. So there's 2 types of people I think we always see when it comes to the holidays, and it's the people who want to spend an exuberant amount of money on the best that they can get, and people who are a little bit more spendthrifty.
Yep.
What products would you recommend for each of those types of people?
Okay, so we usually do a little something around Black Friday, Cyber Monday, so that's something which I think anyone who's followed Scuf for a long time knows that we don't give huge discounts, but we certainly do something around that time.
Special,
so so we try and run some special offers then. But the controllers start at $139. And they go all the way up to over $200. So depending on functionally what you want and design what you want, then it's there's a range there that fits most people.
Okay. Yeah. So these are controllers for people that really want the best controller experience that they can get. Yeah. So let's see.
Well, we try to break it down into, if you're playing 2 hours a day, 5 days a week, that's 10 hours, and if you multiply that out by 6 months, then you divide that then by the amount of money you spent, then actually each day you're playing for a pittance, really. And if you think about going and buying Starbucks coffee or something,
that's true.
You have 50 Starbucks coffees, and you can get
a really nice controller.
Exactly.
Yeah. All right. So let's jump into the giveaway. So we're going to be giving away this silver Scuf Vantage today. In order to qualify for the giveaway, there are a few things that you're going to have to do. So you want to subscribe to Digital Trends and Scuf Gaming on their YouTube channels. You also want to take a screenshot of your subscription and send it to dtlive@digitaltrends.com. And the 10th emailer is going to win, basically. So make sure you do that. And yeah, did you want to talk a little bit more about the Scuf Vantage before we give it back to Portland?
No, I think, I mean, as far as I'm concerned, if anyone wins this, they should be pretty happy because
absolutely.
It's a $200 controller.
I wish I could enter into this contest.
Yeah, I mean, it does come, just so people know, obviously it comes in a nice presentation box here, but it does come with a series of accessories in here. So you've got spare thumbsticks, different lengths. You've got a control disc that replaces the normal cross-sectional D-pad. You've got a protection case here that has cable and a little storage case for your accessories. So there's plenty in there to, I guess, to make it fit anyone's game style, and I think, you know, it's a nice gift. It is a nice gift.
It is.
We'll try to incorporate what we can.
All right, so I'm going to just let you guys know how you can enter in to win one more time, and that's to subscribe to Digital Trends and Scuf Gaming on their YouTube channels. Take a screenshot, send it to dtlive@digitaltrends.com, and the 10th emailer will win the controller.
Number 10.
Number 10.
Number 10.
Lucky number 10. All right, so we're going to be going back to Greg in Portland after this short commercial break. And thank you, Duncan, for joining me here at DT in New York.
Thank you.
It was a pleasure.
Likewise.
And we're back with DT Daily. Hello, everyone. Sitting in front of the biggest monitor that I've ever seen in my entire life. We're back here in Portland. We had to do the cheesy intro with it. I mean, you know, when you have something sitting here like this, I think it's kind of required that.
Wait, are we on camera?
Yeah, we're on camera.
You didn't tell me
right
about
now.
this.
Yeah, I know. Sorry. Matt just came in here just to like hang out. And now he's on camera with everybody. Hello, back with DT Daily Live here in Portland. So big thank you to Felicia and Duncan from our New York studio. So we're joined now here with Mr. Matt Smith, our computing editor.
Hello, Internet.
Hello, dear Internet. Hello, my name is Matt. So Matt is going to be doing an unboxing here. So this is something we'll be doing probably a lot of here on Digital Trends, where we bring in brand new products and we get to unbox it here live on the air. And this thing is ridiculous. It took two people to get it up here onto this table. And Matt, maybe you could tell us what we're looking at here.
Yeah, so this is the Dell Ultrasharp 49 curved monitor. 49 stands for 49 inches.
40,
which is a lot.
Monitor.
It's a lot when it comes to the monitor.
Yeah.
Also, as you might notice, it's kind of, much wider than it is tall. That's because it has a 32:9 aspect ratio. And that basically means it's going to be the same as two regular 27-inch monitors side by side.
Okay.
But, without any gap in between them because it's all one monitor.
So maybe, I don't know if we want to start unboxing it.
Yeah, we should probably do it because it's going to be a thing.
It's going to take a while. So what is this designed for? Is it for gaming? Is it for,
this one
that's
is
primarily what I think of when I think of giant monitors like this is, you sit there and you can see everything. And
yeah, this one's a bit more for productivity because, it is a Dell Ultrasharp. If you are familiar with monitors at all out there, you've probably heard of Ultrasharp name. Tends to be Dell's high-end line that's more enterprise focused. I think we're gonna.
I gotta get my stuff out of the way.
Yeah.
Okay.
Go after your laptop here.
Yep.
I think we still got some tape on the other side. You wanna?
Yeah. What am I doing?
Honors?
I don't want to break anything. This is what I'm always nervous about when I'm unboxing something.
I think it's on the bottom, maybe.
On the bottom, because if I cut this is gonna be bad, right?
I think it's pretty well insulated, so you shouldn't have to worry too much.
And I'm gonna spill my coffee everywhere.
But yeah, this is the second 49-inch monitor ever made. The first one was from Samsung. It's the Samsung CHG90, I believe is the model name, which we recently took a look at. That one's more for gaming. So if you're a gamer, that's probably the one you want to look at. It's because it has a higher refresh rate, and the resolution is actually a little lower than this one. This one has 5120 by 1440, I do believe, and that's pretty high. You're gonna have a hard time. A lot of video cards are gonna have a hard time powering that.
This is a lot of packaging for it's really thin. We're gonna see it here in a minute.
Yeah. Like getting a monitor like this places without it breaking, I imagine is quite
a giant
quite a chore. In fact, there was a big you probably saw that on the stream when we opened up. There was like a big puncture wound in the front of the box.
So that's clear. All right, so
we got
it's
got it free.
Okay, this is kind of I have to say, like, if you were to purchase this, you wouldn't be able to bring it home by yourself. Like, it's too big and awkward to carry.
I also wondered about that, like, because I'm not sure this is a monitor that you're ever going to see sold in Best Buy. And it's funny because it has like all this, it has like a really nice box, right?
Right.
But I wonder if anyone's actually going to see it or if this is like only sold online.
So it's 49 inches by, how tall is this?
I'm not sure the exact dimensions, but
12, 14.
It's basically the same as a 27-inch, 16 by 9 monitor.
All right.
You just have two of them, so let's hold it up again.
So we're holding this up right now. So again, live unboxing. It's pretty much as long as I am.
Yeah.
So this thing, like, to me, this just seems like a bit of an overkill.
Where do we want to? We probably want to put it on the floor for a second.
Set it on the ground for a second. I'm gonna try not to do everything in here.
We gotta get.
So there's more. There's more to it.
We gotta get the stand out.
All right, and I'm gonna take a look here. Oops, and you won't let anybody see what I just did down there. Spilled my coffee. So we've got. I'll be in trouble afterward. But
I knew that was gonna happen. I saw it over there. I was like, oh,
yeah, that was bound to happen.
You're a brave man, Greg.
I was a brave man, and it did not work out well for me. We're live. We're live right now.
Okay.
DT Daily. So I want to get over here so I can take a look at some of the comments as they're coming through and see if we have any questions.
Which a nice thing about Ultrasharp monitors is they always have like really nice stands, which is actually pretty good because if a monitor is like not positioned where you need it to be, it's a pain in the neck. Literally.
That is true.
Literally a pain in the neck. So you really want your monitor to be able to go wherever you need it to go. And this one can definitely do that. We got some screws in here. This is, I don't think we're going to have to install these. This is, though, VESA compatible, I believe, so you could like technically put it on another monitor mount, like one that swivels out of a wall or something like that. So that would be a pretty cool way to mount this. I think what we want to do, let me check here and make sure we got all our gear out of here.
Okay. This is
First of all,
straight out of the box.
Because we get a whole mess of cables. It's really nice that these are all included. And Greg, check over there. You got anything?
Let's see. I don't think so.
Yeah.
Nope. I'm good on this end.
Okay, cool. Well, let's put this. Let's put this back in
here, I'll pull it
out of the way. Let's get this whole box off of here.
This is the fun of doing this live right now.
Okay.
Okay. Okay. So that's a gigantic box that we have. And again, just for everybody joining, what's the name of the monitor again?
The Dell Ultrasharp 49.
Okay, the Dell Ultrasharp 49. I'm gonna wrap my
There goes my
around
mic.
here, and we're using a mic. We're just,
I'll just leave it there.
you know what? Yeah, yeah, I think it'll be okay.
Okay,
So you've
can you
got
grab the
this.
other end of it?
Yep, I can grab the other end.
I don't want to break
I
it.
do not want to break this. So what does this run?
Price-wise?
Yeah.
I believe it's around $1,500.
Okay.
It's
That's actually less than I thought it would be.
Well, it's less than you'd think it would be. It's a little more expensive than the Samsung, but the Samsung has been out for a while.
Okay.
So you know, like it's, and also, so compared to the Samsung, this is probably going to be technically a little bit of a nicer monitor.
Okay, and I know you haven't obviously had a chance to review it since we're just opening
No,
it right
no,
now.
I haven't had a chance to look at it. And by nicer, like, let's qualify that a little bit. By nicer, I mean it's probably going to have a little bit better image quality, probably, overall. It definitely has a higher resolution.
Okay.
So that's something you'll notice right away. The resolution on the big Samsung, the 49-incher, is a little low for the panel, so you notice pixels fairly easily.
Okay.
So yeah, this is pretty much, this is all set up now.
And then you'd spin it here to mount it.
I think actually you probably would want to use the screws that I pulled out, even if you weren't mounting it on a wall, because
you don't want that thing to fall.
yeah, you don't want that to fall.
Yeah, let's see
but
if we can tilt it just so we can.
But yeah,
have
so
just a
it
little
does
bit
have
right there on the
some
camera.
ergonomic options there. They go up and down, and
I mean, seriously, my
Yeah.
arm, I can barely, like, yeah, it's about as wide as.
yeah. So this is about as wide as like the desks in
So we'll
the Digital Trends
drop it
office.
down just a little bit there, so yeah, it fits right in the screen. But all right, so this is the 49-inch monitor, and so Matt is a computing editor here at Digital Trends, and you kind of do this all day long. They see you get products to look at, and then you unbox
Yeah.
them and then you test them out. So, like,
Yeah, it's awful. Let me tell you.
But terrible job, terrible. Yeah, it's just so every day just really monotonous for Matt. But so what do you do? What's the next step for you?
Well, as far as setting up a monitor like this?
Yeah, no, I mean next step as far as the review. Like,
Oh, the
when will we
review.
get to see a review of it?
This is not going to be reviewed, and the reason why is this is actually a pre-production unit.
Oh, okay.
Probably haven't really seen a lot of this monitor around before. It was debuted like about 2 weeks ago, and it got a little news coverage. But this is one of the first units that come out for anyone to look at. We're not going to be able to do a full review on it because it's not going to be fully tuned like
Gotcha.
production. We will do a hands-on and give some impressions about it overall. I mean, it's going to be probably a pretty impressive monitor in any case, unless something really unexpected happens. Dell Ultrasharps are generally some of the best monitors.
Okay.
So this one is less gaming oriented. So I don't know, if you were a gamer, you kind of have to there's some give and take here because
Right.
you don't get a high refresh rate with this, but you do get a really nice high resolution with it. Again, it's 5120 by 1440.
So pretty great resolution.
Yeah, for a monitor this size, that definitely beats the Samsung in that regard. But the Samsung has a higher refresh rate, so it's going to be smoother in gameplay.
Well, and again, we have so many reviews too at Digital Trends. Matt, thanks for bringing this in here.
Yeah,
Take a
no
look at
problem.
that,
It was
too.
fun to
This is
unbox
fun.
it. I think we had a pretty successful time.
Yeah, so far I didn't break anything. I just spilled coffee, but we'll deal with that after.
Yeah, spilled coffee is pretty good for
That's
unboxing.
all right. Well,
one of
we're
these.
live. We're live here with DT Daily. And again, we're live every day, 9 a.m. Pacific, noon Eastern. Every show is going to be different interviews, different guests, lots of things to talk about. And I do want to say thank you to everybody tuning in. I did say there was going to be another $100 Amazon gift card giveaway. So what's going to happen is we're going to be showing a phrase that you need to send in. And when we show that phrase, what we'll need is you to email dtdaily@digitaltrends.com. It's dtdaily@digitaltrends.com. Okay, the email code for today is 8K all day. 8K all day. So go in there, 8K all day, and you can email right now, dtdaily@digitaltrends.com, be the 10th emailer, and you will win, and we'll announce the winner on tomorrow's show. So yep, you got to come back tomorrow morning to find out if you won. So all of that here, and again, thanks everybody for tuning in. Thank you to Duncan Ironmonger and Felicia over there in New York for that great interview. Lots of stuff to talk about. Send us your emails, your comments, your questions, and hit subscribe. Wherever you're watching the show, go ahead and hit subscribe, so that way you know when we're back live the next day and you get the video popping up right there. All right, thanks everybody for tuning in. We'll be back tomorrow with more DT Daily. And 3. Oh.